Why is it always some old black and white boy telling us young fellas that we ain't relevant in a world that embellishes like a relative content from these elements? You call them stars, I call them settlements, cause they didn't settle for settlements built on a steady sediment. Ashes from the already crashed and burned, dust from past residents. So I can feel it in my bones, I'm feeling in the zone. More when I'm on the way, but the same when I'm feeling home. So I'm comfortable, I know you are too. Me and Powers R1D2, Star Wars Harvest Moon feast food. But please don't come peaceful, but kill that noise if it's at all equal. I tell you what, man, let's make it equal. So I can show you the math, but I don't do sequels. Instead, I'ma use physics to determine how we move. Use ethics to perspective our objective. Because our efforts to fulfill our destinies, the universe expected. So we gotta fight back, take the night back, take our lives back. Our efforts must be twice that of our enemies.
Back again with another video on the Squadcast.
Yeah, we about half in here right now. We're missing two. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Chef, and he got car issues, and Black, I don't know what's going on with that brother.
He left us in the dark.
Left us in the dark like his name. But that's all right, though. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Junkyard Gang. Hit the like button, comment, all that good stuff. Make sure y'all follow Godmama's Joints. Keeping up with the Godmother and all her social media, TikToks, and all that good stuff.
The Godmother. Just look up the Godmother.
There you go. Shout out Midwest Matthew. Make sure y'all go check out his movie.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. Hit his social media, IG, Midwest Matthew, all that good stuff. How you doing?
Woo, I'm tired, boss.
Man.
I'm tired. Y'all already know every time I come on this thing, I done started a new job. Got something. I'm the Jill of all trades.
There we go.
But yeah, I started a new job. It's going good.
Got employed a month already. I'll let your girl. I'll let the queen. You know what I'm saying? Got a raise and all that.
Extra money. So, but yeah, I've been good. How about you?
I'm doing good. I'm gonna have to come holler at you. I've been getting some doing some kind of renovating and around the crib and everything.
Go down. I kid you not. I'm like,
I already had 2 trees cut down at my house so far.
I need to cut some branches off.
I had in our inspection there was a little electrical thing that he made aware of us so I got that taken care of. And I forgot the name of them people, but I got the information to crib. I could just snap it to you. And they was decent too. I mean, he gave me estimates and all that shit. Didn't even charge me to come out. You know, most people want $70 just to come out. He was cool about it. Didn't charge me nothing. And it was a simple fix too. He was in and out in like 20 minutes. Real professional, like.
I need some electrical situations going because some of my sockets aren't working in the room.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I had some siding replaced.
Like, y'all done had this set up until we moved in. It messed up afterwards. I'm not understanding.
Well, so we just trying to take care of the stuff that's in the inspection. You know what I'm saying? Just knock that out.
It's yours now. Can't call nobody.
No landlord. No, I am the landlord.
That's why I'm at Menards.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. When I first moved into the crib and started getting settled, I was in like Lowe's and Menards buying all type. I needed a step ladder, fucking dollies. I was buying all I had like $300-$400 days, like 2-3 days in a week. I was mad, like damn, I gotta buy this, gotta buy that.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Can I go back?
Y'all need to look into buying y'all's house.
That's did you see how the rates have gone up as far as with the mortgages, like due to all this crazy stuff?
But the person I went through,
we're good, but I'm talking about the future home buyers.
Saying, because she was like, I got a couple sales that I'm gonna close on, whatever, and she was like, make sure, like, if y'all want to buy a house, don't listen to what the news is talking about, because like she can navigate around.
Right. I mean, I'm not saying certain people can't do it, but overall, from a generalization perspective, the interest rates went from like 2.75 just like a couple years ago to like damn near 5% now. And even though it's still like a seller's market, people, got to go over list price to get the cribs or whatever. They said that because of the spike in the interest rates, the first-time home buyer percentage is dropping, which I could probably see that. If that's accurate, and especially if you're not dealing with people who are not savvy, like,
trying
know what I'm saying?
To get their dollar quick.
But I just thought that was interesting. Like, damn, the rates went up. That I'm locked in at 2.75. I'm good. I'm good. Like, ain't no change in that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing no crazy shit. I'm good on that.
Next time I go through it is something, cause it'll be another first home.
Well, next time I go through any kind of, it's gonna be for shit. Hopefully, a business. You know what I'm saying? Or
Got some things I need to tell you.
At the very least, if not a business, a vacation property, which we talked about that.
Most definitely.
So, but yeah.
What's going on in the world today?
Yo,
it's getting crazy out here.
Well, you know, the Ukraine stuff is still going down, but that's over in the other land. We want to focus on what's going on over here in our own shit. You know what I'm saying? But I cannot acknowledge what's going on over there. You know what I'm saying? The war's still going on, still going crazy. You know, I'm an investor. Stock market's still going crazy. Cryptocurrency is up and down like crazy. But I'll talk about that when I start back doing the Wolf on Wall Street. So I had to take a little break.
So make sure y'all subscribe to Wolf on Wall Street.
Yeah.
Get y'all's crypto knowledge.
Only took a break. I had the battle. Battle's over with. Now I'm back on the money ish. We about to get these coins up for real.
Anybody else want to battle?
Y'all gotta pay me. But nah, man. Shit. It's been a couple things going on here in the city, right? We were just talking about there was a domestic issue that we all hate to hear about, where the brother is accused, or has been charged with, rather, with first-degree murder and domestic strangulation of his girlfriend, and supposedly she was pushed off the balcony,
or she jumped
off the balcony, whatever that is. But I'm not gonna give no names because, you know, I'm not the news like that. But
as the report said, she was already dead and gone before she went over the balcony.
Yeah.
And she had strangulation. So what I want to say to you people out there trying to murder somebody,
or just committing domestic violence, period.
Don't do it. But you got to think about every single thing. They even have the murder book for dummies or whatever it is. Do your research.
Yeah, that's a fact.
The mother freaking, what's his name? What's the person's name?
Who?
What do they do? Autopsy people.
Oh, they talking about the forensic people and all that?
They do their work, and you're dumbass.
Yo, DNA is, they can extract DNA and get DNA from anything. Y'all ain't smart enough to do nothing. Y'all ain't smart enough.
Year by year with their forensics. So
if they want you, they gonna get you.
Come on.
Trust me, they gonna get you. But you know, I'm not a person that condones domestic violence.
Not at all.
I witnessed it coming up. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. I witnessed it in other people's household, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I can only say so much when it's their household, you know what I'm saying? But like, that's just not cool. And I'm talking about the men hitting on the women and even the women hitting on the men. You know what I'm saying? That shit goes hand in hand. That shit is crazy.
Go get a cure, split up, go your separate ways, be friends or something. Don't put a title on it. I don't know. But
you can't be that mad to where you just go off the handle like that. I think, you know, for me, it always come back to the mental stuff. Like, I think a lot of these people ain't mentally strong, due to whatever the case may be. You know, not to mention all of the drugs the motherfuckers is taking, and they ain't in their right mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows, man? But y'all got to get y'all shit together. You hear me?
Y'all taking our people out. It's bad enough we got other homicides and whatnot, and our condolences to the fallen.
Yeah, seriously. So all the people involved in that, you know what I'm saying, both sides of the family, because I'm pretty sure they're both affected in a negative way to some capacity. Obviously, the young lady's family who, you know, passed away and all that other stuff. So that's crazy.
And when people do pass away, I mean, I feel like when it comes to social media, I may have said this before, but a lot of people that know people that actually pass away, like the family or people that are closer to them, feel like those people can't express those feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying to dumb it down to
she on her life coach shit right now.
You sucking his thing or anything like that. But I mean, the obvious is the obvious. But when someone loses their life in a tragic matter, and they are either married, have a relationship, kids and stuff, I feel like you should respect that Like, you can say what you're gonna say. I can't stop you from doing that. But
Right.
when it comes to respect, like, don't put yourself out there. Because if you couldn't post or say anything while the person was still living, I don't understand why you go through the trouble to make yourself
You gotta hit the pause
get
button.
clout off of
Hit the
someone's
pause
name,
button.
whether you were dealing with them or whatever it was with y'all. But I mean, at least have that much respect to
Shit, I don't think these
leave it
these
where it
these
was
new age
before
people
the
even
person
got
passed.
respect. If they had that, I think a lot of things would be different. But that's just me thinking. Because I mean, ain't these the same people that's out here doing these shootings? I mean, didn't somebody get shot or something? What happened recently?
I mean, there's a couple, but
Yeah, I mean, it's
but the
crazy.
one that happened last month or whatever, I don't know the situation what happened, but he was murdered, and he was a married man, but
The older brother?
I mean, I think did he have dreads?
I'm not
He
sure.
had dreads. I don't know. I think he did music or whatever.
Oh, this is a new one. Me and Sheffield must have missed this one.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yo, stop with the gun violence, please. Put the gloves
Ain't
on.
doing nothing
Knuckle
but
up.
hurting our children, making them more mentally unstable than what they are from having to go through tragic situations of losing their parents.
You,
And it's just killing the population.
Do you feel like if it was easier to get a gun, like everyone could get a licensed gun, that there would be less shootings?
Everybody can get a licensed gun right now. Kim Reynolds made it to where all you gotta do is just pass a background check and you can openly carry with a gun.
People have people. They got people. They got people that's gonna get what they gonna get regardless. So everybody could go buy a gun. You'll be dumb to go in there and buy a gun as a felon.
That's a fact.
And they do their background check, and whether you walk out with it or not, they're coming back.
They come to get
They
you.
sending the ATF your way. So, like, you could buy a gun without a license, but don't do nothing stupid. But if you use it, you would have to be licensed to pull that trigger. But
I'm licensed.
I don't think it would stop anything because even before that bill was passed, people were still dying. And I would say
That's a
probably a
fact.
little bit more here anyway.
I don't know. I think it got worse since she changed that bill. To be honest with you, I think the shootings kind of increased.
I mean, like what, 3 years ago, there was like murders like all summer, every hot situation.
Shit, every time the
Somebody
weather
getting
get
shot.
warmer, something happens. You know, that's crazy.
I don't know. Just stop the violence. Stay at home. If you gotta look over your shoulder, make amends or something. Like, look, I ain't about that life no more. I'm trying to see my babies grow up. It ain't about being a punk, but it is what it is. Y'all watch movies all the time. Y'all watch the gangbanger movies. Y'all know jail or dead, what it's coming with. And
you see how Scarface went out.
Can't be a kingpin, queen pin without being known by everybody.
Right.
And somebody's gonna try to take your
Seen how Scarface went out. You seen how Buns went out in Belly. You know what I'm saying? Nino. All these people y'all look up to, they all went down at the end. So cut it out.
Stay in school.
Yeah, read a book. Do something.
Get a hobby.
Seriously.
Get a grant and start a business.
That's a fact. I mean, something.
Get a grant, start a business.
Get your credit score up. You know what I'm saying? Focus on the financials because the way things are looking right now, you definitely need to be on your A game. Seriously.
Yeah, a lot of things is changing, finna keep changing. And more than worse for the black community. So.
Yeah, that's definitely for sure. But what else we got? Was that it? Was that pretty much it locally?
The mask mandate.
Oh yeah. The mask mandate. That's right.
In the airport. So
from our insider in the airport.
Scrub my face and clean it daily, and not have to worry about it breaking back out because of a mask.
So even the passengers don't have to wear a mask?
It's optional. It is very optional. And if you are on a little plane, a plane at all, I will tell you why wear it. What is it stopping?
But I did see where they were talking about the CDC is going to try to fight the judge's ruling on that, and try to bring it back or whatever the case may be.
They was fighting for that. They pushed it back for 2 months. Like, Come on now, y'all know y'all want to breathe because I gotta tell half of y'all to put y'all stuff back on in the
Yo,
airport.
the type of shit that I be seeing that be going on them airplanes, people be arguing. I be like, yo, where's the air marshals at? Like, where did this go?
It's always the first point of contact. So from the time that person checks in, you should be able to read that person or know if that person's intoxicated or on any type of drug. From the second point of contact is up at the gate.
Yeah.
So that gate agent is at fault if she let that drunk passenger
And
on.
when you say gate
Depending
agent, are you
on
talking
their
about TSA?
no, the
Okay.
gate, the one that you scan your boarding
Okay.
pass
Oh
to
yeah,
go on
yeah,
the
yeah.
plane.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
gate agent, which I am too. I mean, a lot of times there's different levels because if a person's not aggressive, trying to fight you or calling you out your name and stuff
Yeah.
like that, go ahead, chill. If you need to have a couple shots because you got anxiety, go ahead, chill. But like the people that are belligerent and just aggressive and ignorant and stuff like that, if you let that person on that plane, you're at fault.
Well, this buddy wilded out on the plane, and it was crazy because
Was it the white man?
the white man, he was on
went
he
ham.
was on the phone, he was talking on the phone, he kept calling her a white bitch and this bitch this and this bitch that, and I was on the phone and his phone fell or some shit
Yeah.
like that.
What was
Picked it
the
back up and was
problem?
talking to whoever it was again like it was nothing. Yeah,
I
this
don't
dumb
know.
bitch came over here.
Yes.
Planes in the air.
I don't know
Air
what she
Marshal standing
did.
in front of him, and he acting like Buddy ain't even nobody. He just on his phone talking shit to whoever it was. I was like, wow.
I don't know what she said or what she did, but he like, and he's from the South, cause yeah, mean
straight from the
accent,
South.
but he like,
Old Bubba Sparks
some
face.
woo, bitch, woo off the bam, shut the fuck up before I smack you. Woo, woo, woo.
Exactly.
He was drunk though. I think he
Yo,
was drunk, but he
but
picked
I
his
don't
phone back
know.
up like, yeah.
This
Like,
this
I
bitch
wasn't
came
even
over
fucking
here.
talking to her, so she probably was loud. She tried to make a scene, and he cussed her ass out. Now she looks stupid.
But
he
the
probably
air
got in
marshal
trouble.
was standing right there in front of him.
What can you do in the
And
air?
he didn't do nothing. He just stood there while Buddy was going ape shit. And I'm just like, my
I
God,
don't know
what
if
we
that
doing
was the
here?
air marshal.
Oh,
It was a flight attendant. There don't
no,
be
it was the dude. It was a dude standing like it was the flight attendant, and then it was the dude. And I knew it was the air marshal because he had the little whatchamacallit behind him. And I was
Unless
like,
it was the pilot.
and I was like, is this the
Probably
white
was the
man gonna do
pilot.
something? What are we doing?
But I don't know where they was at.
I guess they don't do white on white crime.
Probably
I'm just
not.
playing. I'm just playing. I
Probably
don't want
not.
to lose no subscribers.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Don't take it serious.
Yeah, you know,
it's the truth.
but you know
But
how I feel about Europe. Yo, not every European Anglo-Saxon is bad. I will say that. So I don't want to push the narrative that y'all think that we just dislike European Anglo-Saxons. So
there's one that I seen on TikTok. This dude, he was a white man. He was talking about this black man that got sentenced to 120 years because he was selling fentanyl and it killed somebody. And then he brought up, well, this white bitch went into somebody's house, killed them in their home, and she only did 5 years or got sentenced to 10 years, and she's out. This person murdered this person, and this person only.
we can go down. We can go down the line.
Like, he was like, free dude, like salute him because ain't no way that, because he was like, I'm not saying that the drugs are bad, but it's corrupted. They do this shit, put the drugs there for the black men, pick it up and sell that shit and put them in jail, whatever. And he was like, it's corrupted. And sorry for the fact that the person died, condolences, but that was that person's choice, that person's habit that he paid for. Like,
right.
How am I wrong? How can I go to jail for murder if I didn't murder that person? I didn't make the fucking drug. I sold it. And he bought it.
That's
Why
a fact.
he can't get charged under the ground for smoking the shit?
That's a fact.
Like, I don't see how they charge somebody for being a drug addict.
Well, they basically back in the day when they came with that drug bill, it was really intended for the black and brown community.
That man was saying.
And it only intensified as time goes on. And when you are in a poverty-stricken area, you come from nothing, you know what I'm saying, which is mostly a lot of the black community, brown community. I mean, what options do you give them? You know what I'm saying? And so now you got people out here hustling, trapping, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, I think it could have been a possibility. Maybe he could have fought it. I don't know. But he said the dude was like, he knew that the drug was killing people. Like,
Well, fentanyl is killing people. That's national news. Everybody knows that shit. Like, I mean, just a fucking fingernail of fentanyl
but
could
you
send
know, that
somebody in
was
cardiac
the
arrest.
question they asked him
Right.
to manipulate the
Right.
situation.
We all seen First 48 and how they be.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
You
know.
know how that goes.
Yeah. But I got a question,
Oh
and I'm glad that you're here, and then there's another female presence here too, because I had asked Sheffin, and I don't know if I think Brother Black was here too. I was like, can two people, man or woman, whatever you want to call it, boyfriend, girlfriend, relationship, whatever, can two people with different ideologies coexist, bringing their kids up?
Can you explain to me
So
what that word was?
I'm gonna give you an example. So you have one person that's conscious who don't believe in the Bible,
Okay.
religion, and all this other stuff, but the partner does. And I said that there would be a conflict because both of these people are going to want to instill their ideologies into the kid. One is going to want to tell them that this is real. The other is going to say, no, this is all bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So do you agree that that would be a conflict? Like if you didn't believe and he did, or wherever the case may be?
Yes, I feel it would be a conflict, but I feel like if you're together and can come into an agreement
A medium?
and be like, okay, these days we gonna do this church stuff. These days we gonna go outside to a barbecue. I don't know. I'm just saying. But I mean, if you talk about it, I believe it could work. But when it comes to instilling, I think that yeah, you're gonna have to agree to disagree. But I think
That's where
I
it
don't think
is.
you should be and have to instill it in your kid. What you say to your kid, or if you read your kid Bible scriptures at night, he gonna learn. He gonna take that and run with it. But on the other person that ain't into that, if they're don't believe that, woo woo woo, she just like it's gonna be a conflict.
Because I know where there's situations where I talk to people where the man, don't engage in that tomfoolery as far as with that type of ideology, but she does. So he's telling me, like, I'm trying to tell my kids, like, Jesus is just, he's not even a historical
How old
figure
are the
and all
kids?
this. Old enough to understand.
Okay, so
I'll put it to
I would say that too.
old,
They would have to be somewhere to understand because
old,
then it's
old,
gonna be like
old
I
enough
don't
to
know what to believe.
understand.
My mom talking about this, my dad talking about this, and you know most
But
kids
they
most kids go with the ignorant side.
they,
So
they went to church, you know what I'm saying, all that other shit or whatever, but then stopped going. But the belief is still there because that's what she believes in and all, and she's teaching them whatever the case may be. But then he's like, yo, fuck that, this ain't what it is, whatever. And it's like, and they're button heads, which is sad. But at the same time, it's like, I think that if you're gonna have those type of conversations with your kids, then you have to kind of work that out as as adults, as parents too,
or
because
just I don't know, rephrase it versus God, be like higher power.
I can go with that.
Because everybody believes in something different, whether they believe in a higher power or not. Somebody, there's
Yeah.
Allah, there's God, there's whatever there
Yeah.
is. So I don't think there should be that God, like just be like the higher power and woo.
Because we all know
This,
it's
that,
something bigger than us out here. We
so
wouldn't
I
have
would say
came here,
put
you
it
know what I'm
that
saying?
way, because
Like what, like I can't put a label on no person. I don't know who or what this people is. I know from the books I've read and everything I've learned that these people don't exist. But this is just for me. I'm not trying to.
but I don't see why now it ain't working with the kid as far as if they've been how long they've been together before they had kids. Did they bump heads then on it? Because bitch, I ain't going to church today. I'm not in the Holy Spirit. Or was he sitting up in the church with her? He wanted to make her happy. Because I feel like at the beginning of a relationship, when you get serious, you're supposed to lay more so of that extra stuff on the table. Like, I don't believe in this. If we have kids, I feel like we should go about this way, agree, disagree, and
Yeah,
maybe
but
not have
that
kids.
shit don't happen like that. That's
It
that's
don't.
like in
But you
a
still talk
perfect
about
world,
stuff like
you
that.
will want to have those type of discussions at those particular times, especially before you start procreating and having kids. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But
There's
in the
different
black community,
levels.
that don't really happen like
There's
that for us.
different levels when it comes to the church people, because you got the people that everything is a scripture, and then you got the people that, girl, you better pray.
I was I was raised in the church. My granny had me and my brother in there on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And it got to a point for me where as I got older, I'm just like, man, I don't want I'm trying to run away from this shit.
Boring. They don't give us enough crackers and
like,
juice. The blood and the wine ain't enough. You need a tall glass. Give us a cup.
I'm in this John from 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't get out till 2. This is like a job.
Hungry.
You know what I'm saying?
Getting popped in the back of the head.
Yeah. Getting tossed peppermints and just say, eat on that. You know what I'm saying? These hard candy. You know, shout out Granny. I love you, but I'm keeping it real.
My mom took me to church because someone invited her to come. She started going. Then she winged off of it because she was working and stuff like that. Then us being at home all the time with her on her off day, she like, y'all gotta go somewhere. So she like, Uncle Charles, come pick these kids up for church. So we had to go to church every Sunday. Like, oh my God. But it was fun. Like, especially, the days they got the food cooking in there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it wasn't no. Yeah, I ain't gonna say it wasn't no fun moments. I went to vacation Bible school in the 2 weeks, and that shit was cool and all that. I even as like early in my adulthood, I still kind of went to church a little bit, not consistently, but here or there. I kind of felt bad because it was really just on holidays like Easter and shit like that. Real hypocritical-ish, you know what I'm saying? Hypocrite-ish, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, man, I don't want to go. But, I went anyway. But then, like I said, like, after a while, start reading, learning, researching and shit. I'm like, yo,
pastors,
I can't.
69 years old, marrying 18-year-olds.
I can't get with this.
Touching the kids, the boys, and turning them out.
All that shit started with the Catholics. If you want to keep it real, the damn Catholics started that pedophilia shit, and it goes all the way back to time immemorial, even the fucking Leonardo da Vinci days. That weird homosexual pedophilia shit was going on. And it just starts spreading throughout fucking these religions and all this other shit.
It was, I forget what that movie was called. I think it was The Exorcism. Like not the first ones that came out, but the
remake.
The first remake one. And the dude was like the priest or whatever the hell he is that take the demon up out of you. He was that, and he was in the church doing that stuff, and then he was like, I only do this for the money. Like, he don't know what he's doing, if he's taking the demon out or not. He's like, I do this for the money. Like, and I'm just like,
man, it's crazy.
Then all the old history stuff, and then it's just like, I find it hard to be able to believe in this higher power, because even going back to the research, and it's before BC, before Christ. How y'all know what the heck was going on when your ancestors wasn't even born yet?
My whole thing is that Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, Hinduism, all these religions are thousands of years old. Islam is about a 1,400-year-old religion. We was here way before that. So obviously we was doing something before any of these ideologies came into effect. You know what I'm saying? And some people call it Ma'at, you know what I'm saying, the 42 negative confessions or whatever the case may be that started up in ancient Kemet, or some people call it Egypt. But I mean, for me, if we was here before these ideologies came, it's hard for me to believe this shit. All of a sudden, Constantine comes down and
Constantine.
he
That movie too.
he initiates Christianity, you know what I'm saying? And then the Catholics get their rise. And then you got so many different sects in Christianity itself. Episcopals, Baptists, missionary Baptists, Lutherans. I mean, goddamn. I mean, this is supposed to be just one thing. How you get so many branches off of just one part of religion? That's just Christianity in itself.
Then I started
The Hebrew Israelites and Jews and all that.
Started seeing the pastors and Cadillacs and drop tops and like that's why we was putting dollars in the basket.
And don't forget the building fund. You gotta have the building
Then
fund.
I got to act like, Uncle, you gotta pay a monthly fee. Like what?
Yo, who invented 10% of tithes? Who did that?
Tithes.
Who did that?
I was happy though. My uncle always gave me $1 to put in there. Like if I would have known how to.
But if you believed in that shit, you know that God knew that wasn't 10%. You've been cheating him your whole time. Every time you put the dollar in, he probably smiting your ass.
Like even like with slavery, like it's just like if
See, that's what
there's
really
the
gets
higher
me.
power and this and the third, you know this is wrong. They was breaking rules, whatever's written down in the Bible, the laws that they was supposed to follow, this and the third. Why he ain't stop it? Why is it going on? Why is kids dying? Why is people in Hades all
This is what kills me.
and they just doing all
How the hell we go from slavery, being enslaved with our own culture and all this other stuff, then being forced to accept the slave master's ideology and religion and know that that's what happened and still stay in it and still believe it? Like, that's crazy to me. Like, y'all gotta get y'all stuck in the matrix.
We praying on the wrong person. The wrong man.
Man, look. I don't know who, what,
And then
him,
from
he,
them saying
it
that
is.
it's a black man, it's a white man, he's Jewish, he's this, he's that.
Well, God is always going to be in the image of man, whoever describing him. So if black people saying God is black, it's because, you know, we think that God is black and he look like us.
I think the higher power is really the devil.
The Bible itself and the stories don't add up because, like, even like the movies, the gods of Egypt and all this other stuff, yo, them pale, fair-skinned people ain't lasting in the heat like that. Not with the sun beat. Yo, if they are, they dying out from skin cancer and don't know it. Dead ass serious. Like, it don't add up. Yo.
From the jail rules, the way they attack the black man, like nothing in this world was revolved around these black folks. They wanted to keep us segregated, whipped down, didn't want us to even become free. They just said, I'm tired of holding these niggas here.
It was in the cave. If it weren't for black people, they wouldn't even have language. We gave them language. I'm just being real. They was Neanderthals. We showed them the way. And it's sad that our generosity led to our demise, just to keep it real. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm just being real. Y'all could, subscribe to the channel. Hey.
Sad.
Until we get on our own too, realize our mistakes,
and come from under the table that we holding up for these white folks,
and get to implementing our own shit. Then we'll be okay. But we can't even come together as people because we're always in competition with each other and all that other shit. We talk about that on a regular basis, which is sad. But I don't know, man. But yo, I just thought that was kind of a weird, I won't say weird thing, but an interesting question when you got two different ideologies and the kids come in effect. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's not gonna work out. They married?
No.
What? She's a Christian and she ain't
married? Hey, man. A lot of Christians have kids out of wedlock and all that other stuff. It happens.
Virgin Mary. That's part. No, it's fine. But yeah, that I don't know. They gonna have to come to a agreement or something. But you might have to talk to them if you know them and be like, hey, y'all either better end it now on a good note.
I'm not a certified life coach like Godmother is.
Whether they're together or not together, they're
y'all
still
need to hit her up.
Putting different things in their kids' head to where they're gonna be confused and be like, yeah, I ain't trying to hear what shit you talking about. What you talking about? I seen this movie and I'm trying to go shoot up a school.
Yo, I can't even watch. Yo, I look at the 10 Commandments and shit like that. I be like, I remember my grandma used to make me watch that shit every time it came on for Easter. I'm talking about the old one with Charleston Heston, old ass, and
I ain't watching none of that.
yo, I'm talking about the super old one. And I'm like, I look at that shit like, oh my god.
And soaps and first 48 type stuff and all that good
Oh
stuff.
my god.
So if
the
you
soaps
mess
is,
with me, I know how to do
the soaps is still going, Bold and Beautiful, and All My
it.
Children.
Let me call my grandma.
General
She
Hospital.
She recorded every last one of them things.
I thought they'd be dead by now. No disrespect. I'm talking about the characters.
They,
you know what I'm saying?
they still kicking and moving.
Damn, that's crazy.
Y'all remember off Low Down Dirty Shade with Jada Pinkett was like,
Oh, speaking of Jada, how do you feel about her sending Will off on that mission? I need the female perspective.
I feel like watching all of this and the stuff, like you still can't believe what the internet put out there, like personally, because we ain't there
Right.
hearing what they talk about, what they really go through.
It was a
But
G.I. Jane joke.
if we go back, she rolled her eyes though.
Will was
And
laughing.
He seen that.
He seen the look. He was like, "Oh shit, I got to defend my wife's honor." Now, I knew something was up.
Probably went that far. I probably would just scream like, "Keep my what he said." I probably wouldn't smack him, but
I don't even know if I would have did that. That was just a bad look on black men. Period.
If you
though,
think
you know
about it, what if all that came into play for everything to be playing out now?
Yo, he didn't slap August Alsina. And he was taking pictures with the wife,
the
kids, but the whole had a whole red table entanglements.
I'm on Kodak Black level. He said I would have whooped her ass. The kid, little girl that wrote a letter to Tupac, talking about like it's her daddy. Like, we miss you. Mom's not happy as she was when you wasn't here, and woo, oh, up the bam. And supposedly they never even had sex, but.
Man, look,
the sneaky link that she is.
They relationship, her and Tupac, supposedly was super deep. Apparently, you know what I'm saying. And I'm not going to debate that. That's between them. But when it comes to that brother slapping that other brother from a G.I. Jane joke that he laughed at, we're not going to point that out.
There's been multiple times where he didn't came at her though.
Okay.
You would want your man to slap someone.
Like, there's ways to handle things.
Not there.
You're not gonna.
No.
You're not gonna go on the Oscars live and go up there and slap somebody for a joke that you laughed at.
Get him.
That's the whole part. He laughed at it.
Babe. But maybe it was a fake laugh. Like,
no, he was busted up. He loved it. He loved it.
But
he probably felt some kind of remorse, like
after the fact and all the backlash and shit like that. Like, going back to the August situation, yeah, he need to let her go. He need to move on. He done lost everything now, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, yo, if you didn't slap August and he was in your house, sitting on your couch, eating your cereals, you know what I'm saying? And you want to slap Chris Rock for a couple of jokes he made about your better half.
Separated.
You're a clown.
Your entanglement.
You're a corn billion because you not only did you make yourself look bad and look at all the stuff that you're going through now.
But he knew about August, didn't he?
Look, maybe he knew after the fact, but I'm pretty sure whatever. We don't work for E! News and none of that other shit. But all I'm saying is,
if that relationship was gone, because the way she be talking and the way she just seemed like she's so bothered with him, like, you should just let that shit go. I don't know why you got to make an image when you just creating a worser image on staying together. I would have separated a long time ago.
I mean,
but you could see how much he loved that woman to where it makes me not a Jada fan.
I mean, he loves her, and she treats him like shit, but he loves her dearly. For him to get up there and put his career on the line, which is what he did, because he's ostracized from the academy for like 10 years or some shit like that. He's banned. He lucky Chris Rock didn't want to press charges against him, because the police did ask if he wanted to press charges. And like I said, just from a black man perspective, that just looked bad on the community. You don't know how to deal with your emotions, your anger. Now the first thing you want to do is go inflict violence on another person. at something
Slap
you
was-
laughed
the
at
slaps- the
for a
slap
joke.
Still it didn't connect right with me.
It was like,
It's like, was that part fake?
it was so quick. He was like,
because it's like his hand was already over there, and then it came back so fast, and I'm like, did he even slap?
so everybody in the whole building thought that shit was rehearsed. I even thought it was rehearsed the way it looked until he started going crazy when he started sitting down.
Yeah, when I seen that, because when I seen him laugh and then him go up there, and the fact that the hand shit, I'm like, okay, maybe it was, but the way his appearance changed, his facial expression changed.
Well, Chris Rock was kind of laughing about it. He's like, damn, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
No, he did kind of like stumble like he wanted to because he didn't know it. Like it was like a reaction, like he didn't know if he was gonna come back and do it again.
I think he realized the position that he was in, that he's the host of this event, and he like super restrained himself from like any kind of retaliation. I'm pretty sure just the black in you says fire back. You know what I'm saying? Somebody what? You know what
I mean, it probably in his head, even though he didn't press charges, it was just like everybody just seen this shit.
Is he getting paid?
Who?
Chris Rock.
I don't think he's filed a lawsuit or anything.
I'm not following.
Oh, they got it.
He got a
Tell-
apology.
If I was Will, I'd be like, Jada, you gotta tap into that Matrix money. We gotta.
That we got James.
Oh. No disrespect to
You might want to
any.
get in that film, bitch.
No disrespect to any woman, black woman suffering from alopecia and all that. We know that's what she's going through, whatever the case may be. But it was the G.I. Jane.
I don't even think with her that it was the fact that he said what he said. I think that she just don't like him anyway. So
that could be true.
You came at me. It's just because the way she rolled her eyes, like, here the fuck he go again.
Like, Jada, we love you.
But
G.I. Jane too, or some shit he said. And it was funny. Like I said, the man supposedly was laughing.
so
She
did
rolled
she have
her eyes.
wigs on?
She
career?
had the fade.
No, I'm just saying, like her previous career, she had wigs on because, like they said, her hair's always been short.
Well, I would say from like Low Down Dirty Shame, how her short, I think that's probably was her real shit. Like I don't think that was a wig. I think that really was her, because they was wearing their hair like that back in the day anyway. But then after that, you notice she was the braids. She stayed with the what y'all call them, box braids or whatever the case may be. You know, I'm trying to get savvy, but that's what she was. That's what she was having, and you know, all that. Like, I guess for years, a lot of people didn't know what she was suffering from, or like nobody knew this is what she was going through, whatever the case. I mean, I guess if you was in the business and you knew them and they divulged that information to you, but from a average Joe Schmo perspective like ours, is just fans or whatever who just on the outside looking in, like, shit, I don't know if she got a hair problem.
Right.
Exactly, shit. I've seen a lot of women do that shit.
Or did it fall out?
Could have been that too.
I don't know. I ain't trying to disrespect you, lady. My bad, but fuck you. You're a disgrace to the loyal race.
Ooh, that hurt.
Subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe to the channel.
Please.
Please.
Thank you. Make sure y'all tap in next week.
Yes, right. And we appreciate all the subscribers. We appreciate everybody that rock with the Squadcast TV movement. We appreciate everybody that rock with Junkyard Gang too. Them brothers doing big things. Also, be looking out for Cheffin's own YouTube channel, DAB Outdoors. He's gonna be giving y'all a lot of stuff from him out here camping and out here in the wilderness and the wildlife. We've been telling this brother and pushing this brother for the longest to finally do it. He's doing it, and I'm happy to see him finally do it. And I want to see what type of content he come out with. The next battle. Okay, so let me give you an update on what happened. So April 8th, my man Showstopper from Milwaukee came down here.
Got smashed.
And I won. In my opinion, respectfully, I think he knows it.
You did good.
I think he knows it, whatever. But, you know, it's a preference battle. But, you know, you definitely going to like it when that joint drop on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think I outperformed him. I think I had way more bars land and shake the room, go crazy. So definitely be looking out for that one on Get You Some Battle League. Then I'm getting a lot of home fights now because I'm back here again, June 5th, which is a Sunday, which is crazy to me, by the way, because I don't even like Sunday. Yo, I gotta work Monday. But
Bless
whatever.
them.
Yeah.
Bless them.
You know, Sunday, June 5th. I kind of got my opponent. I know who he is. I just don't know who he is as far as like how long he been doing this shit or whatever. Because I just seen like one battle, so I really gotta do like my research like I normally do. But June 5th, I will be in the building. I don't know if I'll be the main event again or not. I gotta figure out what the rest of the card look like. But yeah, flyer come, I'm dropping that John. You know what I'm saying? Go put on all the social media platforms and all the good stuff.
And any of you business savvy, music, whatever you doing out there, want to come stop and holla at us, chat it up with us. Come on, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend.
Yeah.
Holla at us, inboxes, whoever.
I do got some guests coming up.
DJ.
One of my brothers who I went to school with, who works for the Urbandale Fire Department, I'm definitely gonna be happy to have him. He was supposed to, but
okay. We wasn't here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we worked that one out. Then I had another friend who got her own little tax company and all the other stuff. So you know, I'm definitely happy to always bring entrepreneurs on, number one, and number two, bring people who we know that actually are in a job that's actually saving people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't really see a lot of black firemen, to be honest with you. So it would definitely be good to talk to him and hear about what he does and what goes through on a regular basis, depending on what type of information you want to divulge. Because at the end of the day, we still need them checks coming in. I don't want the man losing his job or nothing like that. Shout out to the black man and the black woman. We ain't gonna forget about the black woman. But with that being said, I mean, I think we'll go ahead and close this thing out. We appreciate y'all family. See y'all next week. Peace.
I seen this.